Okay. Bueno, ongi egiten bazaizue hasi ingo dugu.
Let's hope.
Zaila, bale?
No problem.
Kaixo eta atzalde on guztioi. Good afternoon, all those connecting from the Basque Country, and good morning to those connecting from overseas to this workshop. I will ask everybody to mute the micro so that we can hear each other. So good afternoon to all those connecting from the Basque Country, and good morning to those connecting from overseas to this workshop, the Basque Country-USA Evolution and Future Relationship. My name is Urko Ayarza, and I'm the director of the Telesform and Fund Laboratory of Ideas, and the co-organizer alongside Mikel Burzaco of this current workshop. This workshop is part of a broader seminar that the Sabino Arana Foundation and the eLab started last year called Euskal Herria Basque Country, Internationalization and its Global Perspective. The main purpose of the seminar is to debate and work together when dealing with foreign affairs and the internationalization of our country. And of course, the Basque diaspora in the USA is extremely relevant to grow and enhance the Basque Country role in an interconnected global community of the future. We are very grateful to Inaki Gorizelaia, as he was the person who brought us this idea during the first workshop of the seminar. This wouldn't be possible without his involvement and commitment. We are also very grateful to all of you who agreed to participate. We honestly think that the panel is worth watching and that there will be many relevant questions and inputs coming from your presentations.
I'm on a quarter past.
Thank you all. Now some few technical aspects from our side. We know the program is very tight, and so we ask participants to stick with the time allotted. At the end there will be an option for questions and comments. The workshop will be held in English, but anyone who would like to speak in Basque is welcome. There is also an option to make comments in the chat without taking the floor. At some time I will hand over the micro to the president of the Sabino Arana Foundation to welcome all participants, and after her to Mikel Burzaco, who will moderate the presentations. Mireia Zarate, president of the Sabino Arana Foundation, the floor is yours.
Bai, arratsalde on berriro ere guztioi eta egun on estatu batuetan zaudeten guztioi, lehenik eta behin eskerrik asko bihotzez hementegi hauetan parte hartzeagatik. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, Euskadi. As president of the Sabino Arana Foundation, it's a great pleasure for me to introduce those conferences from our headquarters and from the room that gives its name to our first Lehendakari, José Antonio Aguirre Amilekun. The Lehendakari, who arrived in America 18 years ago, lived in the States and was a professor of contemporary history at Columbia University in New York from 1941 to 1946. I wouldn't like to forget Jesus de Galinde, delegate of the Basque government in the US, also a professor at this same university, kidnapped in New York and assassinated just 65 years ago by order of the dictatorship of the Dominican Republic of the President Trujillo. However, neither the Lehendakari nor Galinde were the first Basques to act as a bridge between the United States and the Basque Country. Since the 19th century, thousands of Basques settled in this land of America.
My mic's off. I want to make a phone call.
Generations of Basques from Iparralde and Guarden, before and after the Spanish Civil War, emigrated to America, a welcoming and promising land in search of opportunities for a better future for their families. We contextualize today's speakers' communications and the debate that will take place in these 2 days within the framework of the 21st century and the new opportunities that are presented to us, Basques on both sides. In the chapter of gratitude, I really would like to thank Urko Ayarza, Telesforo on eLab, for your determination in organizing those conferences. Finally, I would also like to especially thank all of the speakers who are with us today. Thank you, Xavier, Martin, Jan, Iñaki, Arbia, and Xavier, for your commitment and effort in attending our call. Many thanks to all of you.
Good afternoon, morning to everyone from Bilbao in a sunny day. It's an honor for me to represent the Basque National Party in this seminar. During our 125 years, 3 have been our main topics. Europe, our homeland, multilateralism, and these days we are seeing very clearly the need of more cooperation between all the governments in the world with the pandemic, and 3, the transatlantic view and priority in our political elections. As we do think that we share values, we share liberties with the United States, and because we think a big part of our diaspora is there, the other side of Atlantic, and we are convinced our 8th Realde should play a big role in the future of Basque Country. Last week, I followed a webinar with a speech of a Republican senator. Basically, he highlighted 2 things: the contribution of some European countries to the history of the United States, and he demanded as well the bigger cooperation between Europe and the United States to work together in the global threats, COVID, climate change, but also the debility of our present democracies. This should be our roadmap too. And this is why I think it's so relevant to create our own Basque storytelling and to study deeply in detail the Basque contribution to the history of the United States. Our main goal in the relations from a point of view should be economical interests, both sides. And actually, the United States has always been one of our main markets, and right now, we do have already more than 100 companies with different investments inside the United States. But at the same time, we need to wrap this main topic with other important arguments. I had the privilege in 2016 to be in Washington, because you were there as well, in the Smithsonian Fall Festival Basque. And I think that all of us will realize how important can become our culture, our language, our identity for gaining attention in the United States, for keeping the Basque feeling so alive in our next generations, the ones they should take the baton, they should take their responsibility in our future relations. In some conversations with Lehendakari Ibarretxe, we conclude the United States can learn from Basque experiences in some key areas for them: inequality, social justice, territorial cohesion, cooperativism. This should be the right strategy for building solid bridges, even more coming from a small country like us. We can help the other side to try to solve part of the problems. In a world more and more connected, more and more integrated, with similar challenges, we will keep, without any doubt, the United States in our first line of priorities. But we do need to build a specific strategy integrating different fields and with multiple actors, where our institutions and governments should play a central role. And we, the Basque political party, we have also the responsibility to strengthen bilateral relations. We, the Basque National Party, we have held traditionally good links with part of Republican Party and part of the Democratic Party. And EH Bildu plays a role as well with their own partners. Finally, I want to thank you, all the speakers, in a panel that is really impressive, for the contribution and excellent attitude to us to be these 2 days. I'm sure on Thursday, we'll end these sessions with a wider knowledge, with a stronger friendship, and with a more common vision of a deeper understanding and a better future between Basque and the United States. Thank you very much.